Hello, today I'm going to show you how to make this cute little resin, fake bird bath. I got this little, oops, my frog fell out. I got this little decor item from Michael's a couple springs ago. It's Ashland. It's an Ashland item. So if you're interested, so it comes like this. It comes blank like this with the two birds. It's ceramic. It's hard ceramic. So when I got it, I was like, man, that's so cute. I could make something with that for the bathroom. And then I got to thinking how cute it would be to put little fish in it and frogs and stuff like that. So that is what I did here. I have little fish in there, and there's some little frogs sitting on top. This is resin, and there's little lily pads in there. So I'll show you how to make this. Pretty simple. I colored the water a little bit. I was going for a little bit of a pondish color, like a green yellow. So that's why it's that color. It's not from the resin yellowiness. I made it that color because pond water is not crystal clear. So, but I think I might do this one clear, just to give people an option. So first of all, what I did, I got this package of stickers, so I might have to take my gloves off just to do this part because I can't open it with this gloves on. But I'm dealing with resin, so I have to wear gloves. So I got these stickers first of all, because I'm trying to make this look, multi-dimensional. So I got a few of these stickers, and they're like lily pads and pond grass. Most of this stuff I got on Amazon, except for, of course, I got this from Michael's. Okay, so first of all, if I put down some of this pond grass down in the bottom, I put a little bit of that down. These just peel off. So put a little bit of that down on the bottom. Just sporadically, you don't have to be in any kind of order. I just wanted to look somewhat natural. So I put that down. And I can put some on the sides as well. Okay, some on this side. It's totally up to you how much you want to put in it. Okay, and then what I did was, so I got these cute little fish on Amazon as well. These little fish, and they have their bottom is flat, and there's all different sizes. There's big ones and little ones. So if you've ever worked with resin, if you put something in there, it's gonna just float to the top. So I decided to put just a little bit of resin in the bottom first. So I've already mixed some resin, and I'm just gonna coat the bottom with it, because I don't want to put my little fish in there and they all just float up to the top, because fish are down in the water. I want it to be, it's fake, of course, but I want it to be kind of realistic. So the fish are going to be down in the bottom, or not all the way in the bottom. I'm gonna have them like at different stages, like this one. You can see that one. You can see with this one, there's some at the top, some at the bottom. So I really liked how that part turned out. But to get the fish to kind of not all float to the top, I'm gonna put some of them down into the epoxy now, and I am gonna make them all be swimming the same way, because that's how fish do. They swim in schools. But I'm not making them. I'm just making them any old way, not in a line, but you know how they would naturally swim in school, in kind of together. But so you can put in as many as you want. I divided the package up, so I have half in the first one and half in this one. Okay, so that needs to that epoxy is gonna have to set for 6 to 8 hours. I probably could do a minimum for it to set, and then I'll come back. I'll come back. Then I'll come back and put some more epoxy on it, and it looks like they're at different levels, because some are big and some are little. This first one I put down some epoxy, put some of them in, put epoxy on it, and then put some more in. But this one I'm just going to do like this. You can do it however you want, and at this point you could put more stickers on if you want. I might put a few lily pads around, and then I'll come back and show you what happens next. Okay, so it's been a few hours maybe. So I wanted to show you the fish are setting up pretty nice. They're not going anywhere now, so I'm going to go ahead and add some more epoxy. I have 3 ounces of epoxy here that I am stirring, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in next, because the fish are set up enough that they're not going to float to the top. So I'll go ahead and put this next coating, this next layer in. Probably take at least 1 more 3-ounce cup, maybe 2, depending on how high I want it to be. It doesn't have to be exactly like the other one, but I want to offer these on my Etsy shop, so I want them to be mostly similar, but one is going to have the greenish yellow tint like a pond, and this one I'm just going to leave clear. So somebody can have, sorry about that, somebody can have options if they don't like the greenish tint. So this is covering, it's not totally covering the fish, but it's doing a pretty good job. It's just mostly the tips of the fish are sticking out. Some of the small ones are all the way under. So I'm just gonna kind of want to make sure you have it on the table that's pretty level. This one is, for the most part, is level, so you don't have one end with epoxy way up and one end the other way. So That's our next step. We'll come back and add some more epoxy, and then we'll finish it off. Okay, we are back, and since the last time I have put an additional 3 ounces of epoxy in here. So unlike this one, I think I am liking the clear better than the one I put some dye in, just because you can see things a little bit better. So I just brought this over to show you. So I'm gonna add some of the lily pads onto this one, like I have here. And I will add the little frogs as well. So, right now the epoxy, this big fish, this fin up here isn't covered, but all the little fish are covered. Just the top fin of the big fish aren't covered. So I think another 3 ounces. Well, I'll do 6 ounces. And I think that'll be good. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a few of these down. Try not to hide any of the fish. Just put them around places that don't have fish, so you can see. These are just stickers. I got them in a big pack. It was on Amazon for pretty cheap. Let me just put them all over. You don't have to put a frog on every one. See, on this one only put a few. One of the frogs fell off, so I'll just have to make sure I secure it better. So I don't want to put too many. I think that's enough. That's enough of the stickers, don't you guys think? That's plenty. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put some more epoxy and let that settle. Let me move this one out of the way a little bit. I'm gonna make some more epoxy, and I'll just do it while you're here with me. I'm gonna do 2 of these, one for A and one for B. So that's gonna make 6 ounces. So let me get my gloves on. I'm using a different epoxy than I used, because I only had a little bit of this Artworks epoxy. The craftattack.com is where you get it from. I had gotten some other things from them, and I got a sample of their epoxy. Looks pretty good. But for now, I'm gonna go back to what I normally use is this KS Resin epoxy. I like their epoxy. It's pretty good. It doesn't have a smell. And here's the other one. The hardener, you can tell, is a little bit yellowing. I don't know why that happens, just from sitting in the bottle. So I'm just hoping that it's not gonna ruin the project. I mean, it's gonna probably have still a slight, very slight orange tint to it, just because. Well, hopefully it won't be too bad. Because I do like the clear now that I see the both together. I like the clear. If I had a third one, I think the third one I would do maybe like a slight blue tint to it, just so you can see all the difference. So I'm gonna just put these all into a bigger cup so I can mix it pretty good. One thing I didn't show you on camera was after you put your epoxy in there, sometimes it'll have the little bubbles come to the top, and if you don't do anything about it, they'll just stay. So I didn't have any more fuel in my little torch, so I had to go to my alcohol, 91% alcohol, and I sprayed that and it pops them right away. So I'll show you how that goes from this one. If you have any questions, just put them in the comments and I'll try to answer them as fast as I can. Resin has become pretty popular for different crafts lately. This is just something I wanted to try. It looks cute in the bathroom. Like one of our bathrooms it's got like a green countertop and stuff. So I put this in there. It looked pretty cute. I put the one that I had already finished in there. It looked pretty cute. Just to see how it looked. I mean, you can put it in anything. It could just be in your living room. I mean, the birds. I love the birds. Okay, so that's pretty good. All right, so I'm gonna put this in here. I'll show you. Just pour it right in. It didn't yellow too much. I thought it was gonna be too yellow, but it didn't. This one I do have more in this one than I do the other one, but I think it looks good still. And it's almost like the birds are drinking right at the water. Their little beaks are touching it. So okay, so I'm just gonna let this kind of even. Don't mean to make you sick, but I'm just trying to make this a little bit even here. And so I got it a little bit higher than the other one. See, the other one is, it's almost the same, but anyway. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and set my little frogs in, because then I don't have to worry about them falling out like the other one. So I'm gonna put little frogs. I'm gonna just put a few in there. I don't have to put a lot. That's one that fell out of the other one, so I might put that one back in. I just use some super glue and put it back in. Might be so cute, these little frogs. Little miniature frogs. So adorable. They got little eyes, and there's like they put a little yellow dot under it. I don't know what kind of frog it is, but the artist that made these got very detailed. Okay, I'm not sure if you can see or not. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. See how those little tiny bubbles are? So I had my alcohol in my little sprayer, it's just a spray, and watch them disappear. See that? It's like magic. And you just have to do that. Let me zoom back out so you're not. So you just have to do that to keep the bubbles from being there. So I'm gonna set this in there. So it's gonna stick out for sure. Well, maybe not. I might have got it in there a little bit. So I'm gonna stick them in there. Those kind of look like they're underwater, but that's fine. That one's head is just barely out of the water. I'm gonna put one more over here. I'm gonna just put 4. Well, I don't want it to look like they're lined up though. So I'm gonna move it to that one. I don't want them to be. I don't know. I don't want them to be lined up. So let me move this one over too. So they're not like lined up. So you have to move them before. So I'm gonna put one more. I thought it was done, but I think I want this one more over here. What do you think? Can you see them? Aren't they so cute? They're sliding a little bit because let me put it back in place. And that was the reason why I didn't put the fish in at the beginning all the way, because that would have happened too. They would have floated to the top. Okay, so that looks good. I'm gonna squirt it one more time with my alcohol, just to be safe. So that's how it looks. And then this last coat will dry in about 6 hours, and it'll be ready for somebody's home. So let me put them both here so you can see them. They are quite heavy because I did a lot of epoxy. You know, it is quite heavy, so I'm not sure exactly how heavy it is, but so if you have any questions, just let me know. Tell me which one you like better, the one with that looks more like pond water, or the one that's just clear. Let me know which one you think looks the best, and thank you for watching, and I would really appreciate if you subscribe and tell your friends about me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.